live. Periscope, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. Hey everybody. This might shut down because it always shuts down because there isn't such quick connection here. But I will tell you what I need to tell you, and that is that I got a message earlier today from someone who is a student, an American student that has been stuck in Peru. About this person mentioned, and I look on their page, this person mentioned about 150 students. 153 of this person's friends. I'm going to say he because, oh yeah, his name is Leo, okay. American student. 3 of his friends, together with 150 Americans approximately, who are stuck in Cusco in Peru, and they can't return to the United States because of this travel ban from the Peruvian government. There's no flights going out of Peru. The entire country is on lockdown because of the coronavirus outbreak, and it is, oops, sorry, that was my computer. The entire country is on lockdown. It's basically a bunch of med students, a group of Texas high school students, families with young children, and young women without plans. And they're all basically stuck there in Peru with no plans, no way of getting out. Which is, I can imagine what that's like, because as you know, I just came back from Peru. I had plans and I had a way of getting out. It was vacation / school for me, but I can't imagine being there and not having any plans and being stuck there and not being able to get out. So, these people are right now, like this particular person that I'm talking to is in an Airbnb. They're like, we don't know what to do. We don't know, like, are we supposed to just stay in our Airbnb? Because they're like, we're just ordered to lock down. So are we supposed to just stay in the Airbnb that we're at, like, longer? They need help. They need help from the State Department and U.S. senators, but they're not really getting a lot of traction. They're terrified to stay in that country, which I understand. Peru isn't like the worst country on the planet, but it is like, I wouldn't want to get stuck in Peru, personally. And especially, like, you don't want to get stuck anywhere, but you also really don't want to get stuck in Peru because there's so many factors that go into this. Someone is asking if my professor boyfriend is stuck in Italy. Not my boyfriend, but yes, I know who you're talking about, and he is actually not stuck in Italy, fortunately for him. But he says the situation there is pretty bad. He confirms. This person, Leo, who had reached out to me, says they couldn't sleep last night. They were so freaked out. They have been getting lackluster response from every agency that they reached out to. 3 young American students stuck in Cusco. Cusco, if you've ever been to Cusco, it's not a fully developed type of, like, it's beautiful. Cusco is beautiful, but it's like not like a European city. Well, it's not like very industrialized, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't know. That's just the way that I describe it, but This person says, I heard that Lima airport is full of thousands of people crying that they can't leave. We have a list of over 50 Americans confirmed stuck in Cusco alone. It's crazy. It really feels like we're being left here to die and the USA not doing anything about it. We basically we would have zero resources if someone tested positive for the virus. So I don't know if you're watching this, but if you're watching this, Leo, don't be afraid, because people in the US are also stuck. Everybody's stuck. Everybody is basically just told to stay put, stay where they are. And it just seems like everybody's like tied up, which is just such a crazy situation. I don't think there's been anything like this in a while. I mean, definitely not in my lifetime, but I know even for people who are older and have seen a lot, for those people also, they haven't seen anything like this. I mean, it's really just everything is going under lockdown. Right now in Washington, D.C., people can still go out, do things, but I can see us approaching a place where we can't, like the restaurants and the bars and everything are preparing for only takeout, and I think a lot of them are already doing only takeout. Someone is saying, what do you think are the chances that the elections get postponed? So I think the Democratic primaries are being postponed. I think Georgia got postponed to June 2nd, if that makes sense. Someone says we had Ebola 4 years ago, but Ebola is different. I mean, everything didn't get shut down because of Ebola. I don't think they did this. I don't remember them doing this, shutting everything down. Okay, let's look at this student's page. Math student. Sorry for stalking your page. I just figured there's just so much to say about this. I didn't feel like it all fit in a tweet. I guess I'll tweet about it too. Okay, this other person who's apparently also on this trip says, this person says, my 3 friends and I are American citizens stuck in, oh hey, are you guys USC students? Oh man. From my hometown, from LA. I'm from LA, okay. My 3 friends and I are American citizens currently stuck in Cusco, Peru, due to the newly enacted travel ban by the Peruvian government requesting immediate assistance. Oh man. And then people are replying to them, same here, we're also stuck here, we're stuck in Cusco, we're stuck in Lima, we're in Peru. So people are basically using Twitter to find each other and let each other know that they're also stuck there. Actually, I have friends right now who are probably stuck in South America, people that I met while I was in Peru. They're in other parts of South America right now, but I can't imagine what they're dealing with. No food, no, they're not packed. They're not like, I mean, with me here, at least I'm living with people and we've got some food, some stuff in the fridge, in the closets and stuff. If we were to like have to ration it for a while, but I mean, these travelers, they don't have anything. They're not like packed up with food. They don't have a place that they're storing food in. They're just existing in places, waiting for the next thing. And if the stores shut down, if the shops shut down, they have nothing. They're stuck. So it's a little bit scary, and especially in other countries, no offense if you live in a different country, but whenever I go to a different country that's not the US and is a little bit less developed, I feel a little bit like I don't know, maybe people don't value life here as much. If there were to be a crisis, maybe people wouldn't take my life as seriously as they would in the US. So 18 hours ago, they're saying the borders are apparently closing in less than 24 hours. We're trying to get back to the United States immediately. They are not getting response. If you are seeing this and you work in the State Department, or I don't know, you know how to help these kids. If you're seeing this and you know how to help these kids, like, hit me up. Okay. I'm gonna retweet some of their stuff. 4 American citizens with passports. They're afraid. They don't know how to get out. They're trying to reach their US senators. They're connecting with these other people that they met on Twitter who had responded to their tweet. They were trying to get out. They're asking people to retweet. They asked me to tweet about it. They're asking other people that have larger platforms. Oh man, I can't imagine being stuck in quarantine in South America. I mean, don't get me wrong, South America was great. I had a time of my life and I had so much fun. And I loved it. And I was so happy there like the whole time. But I can't imagine being stuck in quarantine there. Like, that's different. It's like great. Like, for everyone who is like, oh, it's great. Okay, hiking is great. Going up in the mountains is great. Rock climbing is great. But being stuck on top of the mountain or being stuck on top of the rock, that's not great. So, like, just because somewhere is beautiful and somewhere is nice, it doesn't mean that you'd be cool just being stuck there because of, like, quarantine, government shutdown. So that's, just keep that in mind. And so things are getting a little more serious, but the more it goes on, the less afraid I feel, because it feels like the government is getting more and more of like a coherent plan on what to do. The more time goes on, and there seems to be more of a plan, there seems to be more of like a lifestyle. I think people will eventually adapt to the type of lifestyle where they're not eating out as much, they're more like indoors, getting takeout food, which a little bit depressing for me, but I guess there's like plus sides, but being home with the family, more people will build families, so that might be a good thing. More people will be accustomed to being like, instead of being out all the time with a million people, people get accustomed to spending time with like fewer amounts of people, building stronger bonds, building longer more long-term sort of bonds, and like families and stuff. And I think family is important because if you look at countries that are like kind of fading, that their governments seem to be like dissolving and stuff, a lot of those countries are places where people are having less kids. And like in Greece, for example, I think the number was like half a kid per every couple, which isn't a lot. It means that the next generation is basically going to be less than half of, or like half of the previous, or the less generation, it's going to be like less than half of the previous generation. And so that's like, you see the population shrinking every year. That doesn't seem, anyway. Um, Anyways, so I just like totally went off on a tangent. Sorry. I also am a little buzzed. I had some wine. There was a bottle of wine, and I was like, I don't have anything to do. I'm bored. Like, I worked from home today, and it was like very boring because I actually like working with people. I like it when there's people around. I can talk to them, and I can like bounce ideas off them, can bother them a little bit. And so I didn't really have that today. It was just like the wall, and my roommates weren't home, and so I just finished a bottle of wine. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I keep going on tangents. No Xanax, as someone is asking. No Xanax. I've never had Xanax before, but I actually wonder what it would be like if I did. But anyway, someone is asking Jeremiah is asking what the kids are doing in Peru anyway. So this is not me. I am not in Peru. Oof, I have a really itchy mosquito bite. It's like I itched it so much. That there's like a scab. It doesn't look like a normal mosquito bite, honestly. It looks like a rash. Because like I itched it so much. It actually kind of hurts. It like itches so much that it hurts. Does that make sense? Have you ever had like a mosquito bite that is so itchy that like you scratch it so much that it hurts? And then there's two. One of them isn't as big. It doesn't look like a normal mosquito bite. It looks like a bite. I don't think it's a normal mosquito bite. I think I was bitten by like an animal. Like that other time when I was complaining there was a bug in my room, I'm pretty sure I was bitten by that bug because it was massive. Anyway, yeah, it's not bed bugs. No, it's not bed bugs. I know what bed bugs is like. I know what bed bugs is like. Unfortunately, this is not bed bugs. It's just really itchy rash that hurts and itches and is scabby. But it's not as gross. It's not as gross as I'm making it sound. It doesn't look gross. It's just a little bit like it just keeps growing, which is like gross. It's like keeps getting swollen, keeps swelling up. And so I don't want to go to the hospital or the doctor because whatever, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But like that's the other thing. Like what if you're legitimately sick and it's not coronavirus, but it's like something else? Someone is saying I should put olive oil. That's a good idea. Thank you. I'm going to try it. I mean, not that I would know, but I'm going to try it. What was I saying? Shit, was it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about people who are sick during this time. Like, they can't go to the doctor because when you go inside, like, a medical building, you're exposed to all these other germs. If you're sick with something else, so your immune system is already under attack, and then you go inside a medical building that has coronavirus all over it, you're like going into a war zone. Why would you do that? So like, I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor until August. I mean, I've gone years without going to the doctor, so I'll be fine if I don't go to the doctor until August. I mean, hopefully there won't be anything like that really needs me to go to the doctor. Whatever. You know what I really, really want? I really want to go to that place where they let the penguins run around, you know, that place, and it's It's like the aquarium that like because there's no people there, they just let the penguins run around. I want to go there. That'd be so much fun. I forgot what we were talking about. You like my shirt? Guess where I got it from? Guess where I got my shirt? It's like a whole outfit. You see? You like it? Guess where I got it from? I got it from China. I got it from China. I mean, like, when I first started shopping there, like, I didn't know. So, it's this, like, online store that I really like. And my favorite, it's like my favorite. They just have really great outfits and just very comfy and insanely cheap. Like, I freaking love it. I'm not gonna tell you what it's called because I don't want you to go there and at it because I don't want people to find out about them, because any one of my friends that I've ever told about this website, they all become obsessed and they buy all their things from there. So I don't want to tell everybody because not everyone's gonna buy their clothes from there and then their prices are gonna get jacked up. So it's like this online this online store, okay? And then I find out that I find out that it's like based in China, and it's like I mean, honestly, I don't have anything against Chinese. I just feel bad that I'm not shopping, like I'm not supporting American businesses with this shirt. The shirt that I was wearing yesterday was made in the US, so the wife you saw, so that's good, but not this one. And I really like this one. It was made in China. Paul says Chinese clothes are laced with coronavirus. It says forever. See? Anyway. Okay, that's all I had to say. Oh yeah. I'm sorry for going off on a tangent. Going back to the topic that we're here for. The children, the students that are here, that are not here, that are in Peru, that are stuck in Peru. That's what we're talking about. There are students, if you know how to help these students who are stuck in Peru, they're stuck in Cusco, they actually seem terrified. Like, I actually feel bad for them and I feel bad for, like, my laissez-faire sort of reaction because they seem terrified. They're stuck. Someone says I should call it, Nate says I should call it, it's offensive, I should call it the Tom Hanks virus. The Tom Hanks virus. Doug says I should tell them to open a bar and cater to expats. Best idea, open a business, keeps them busy. They're students, they don't know what they're doing. They don't teach us how to start businesses in schools, unfortunately, in colleges, especially not, I mean, I'm assuming they're all at USC, at least one of them is at USC. They don't teach them how to start businesses over there. Let's see. Oh, some of them are in Aguas Calientes, which is another city in Peru. Anyway. They should brush up on their Spanish. Yeah, there's a few things that I don't like about being an American in other countries that are, like, underdeveloped. And one of them is that when people know that you're American, especially if they think that you're vulnerable, they do try to take advantage. and it freaking drives me nuts. No offense if you're in a different country. I just feel like sometimes when people think that Americans are dumb, especially American children, people think that you're like really dumb, which, I mean, I get, you know, because a lot of their kids are like raised to like on the streets to be street smart and like, you know when people are tricking them and whatever. And American kids often were not raised necessarily having to having a lie detector built in. And so you go to a different country and people think that you're just incredibly dumb and naive and they can just take advantage of you and say whatever they want to you. That's something that drives me nuts. Like, I freaking hate it. Like, I freaking hate it when I go to a different country and, like, they think that they can jack up the prices of, like, this thing that they're selling that, like, I know because I passed by it earlier maybe and I knew they're selling it for, like, you know, but 12... I'm gonna say soles because that's the Peruvian currency, but not to dunk on Peru, but like let's say it was like being sold for like 12 soles, and I know that's how much they're selling it for, and then they want to sell it to me for 48, you know, and it's like that kind of thing just is so annoying to me. Or like when people try to get money out of you in situations where like they think that you'll go along with it, or they think that you'll go along with their bluff, like they're bluffing, just because you're American, makes me so mad. Like, it makes me want to yell. Because, yeah. And not only that, in general, when people think I'm stupid, like, when people think you're stupid and naive, and they, like, lie to you and tell you things just because you look like, oh, American, you look like a nice American, I mean, I don't have an American face, but people can still tell based on how you dress or whatever, how you talk. And they think you're so nice and you're so naive and you're gonna believe everything I say, so I could just tell you the dumbest shit in the world because I think that you're so dumb that you're gonna accept it. Like I can just like make up a story about how I'm not standing in front of you and you'll just like totally believe it. And because you are nice and you're polite, you look at them and you say, and you pretend like you're accepting everything they're saying, but in your mind, you're just like, you're a liar, stop lying to me, stop talking to me like I'm a dumb 4-year-old, go away, I hate you, but you're nice, so you put up a front and you're like, okay, that's interesting, and they walk away thinking that they won, but they didn't, they're stupid. Anyway. What was I saying? Someone says I look Italian. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's so nice. That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said. I've just been watching a lot of videos of Italians this past week because of all their people dying. And Italians are very pretty. Like, there are a lot of beautiful Italians out there. So, anyway. Don't speak Italian. Is that what you're trying to speak to me? I speak a little bit of Espanol, but that's only because in Peru, why did I learn so much Espanol in Peru? Oh, because I only wanted to talk to people who spoke. Because whenever I'm in a different country, I like to speak to only the people. I like to become friends with the natives because it's more exciting. So I made a lot of native friends and spoke their language. Omar is asking what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a group of Americans who are stuck in Cusco because of quarantine law in their country. They're stuck and they can't they can't get back to the US. American students. Let's see. Someone is asking what the top 3 quarantine activities are here. Oh, what my top 3 quarantine activities are. Okay, my top 1 quarantine activity is this. This is my top. Someone is asking Beis Yaakov. Someone's asking about Beis Yaakov. That's the high school I went to. Joe is asking if I know the students personally. I don't know the students personally. Just met them through Twitter. Twitter DMs, direct messaging. Oh, I should tell the students thank you, because Castaneda can tell them to go to the American Embassy there. There is a very beautiful American Embassy in Peru. It's very large and beautiful, and it's got a big wall around it. Oh, I should tell them. Have you tried the American oh, but they can't. They can't go to the American Embassy. Oh, I forgot. Shoot. They can't go to the American Embassy because they're in Cusco. There's no flights unless they take a bus from Cusco, but they said that all transportation is shut down. So they need to go to Lima because that's where the embassy is. 1 second. Are you able to travel to the American Embassy in Lima? Let's see. Maybe there's a bus or something that goes from Cusco, but like, it's really hard. I mean, it's really hard to travel from Cusco to Lima without a plane. Like if you take a bus, but it's like really long, and I doubt, I mean, if they shut down the planes, I doubt the buses are still running between Lima and Cusco. Or maybe Uber. But the thing about it is like, I wouldn't tell a bunch of like American kids to take a private car or to take a taxi or something, because I personally don't trust, maybe Uber, but in the time of crisis, people do all sorts of crazy things, and I personally wouldn't. In the time of crisis, people do all sorts of crazy things. If you're an American in a different country, they think Americans are so much richer than them, and Americans have a pot of gold in their bag, so they might like risk, like, I don't know. People do shit. I don't know. If you are alright. Someone is saying RIP traveling Western youngsters. No, don't say that. You're gonna make them more scared. Don't say that. Let's see. Rent a car and drive yourself. I don't even know where. The thing is that they're inside a house also. Like, I don't even know if they're allowed to leave where they are. They're inside a house. So someone is asking about the toilet licking challenge. There's a girl who's tried to start a toilet licking challenge, Corona challenge. It's where she licks the toilet seat on a plane, and like films herself doing it in a TikTok video and like tries to get other people to do it. I haven't seen anybody else be stupid enough to do it, but she got like a shit ton of like hate over it, and people were really mad at her, and then IB Times, like International Business Times, even published an article calling her a Donald Trump supporter. Like out of nowhere, like she's not a Trump supporter. But just because they're like, oh, look at this crazy girl, she must be a Donald Trump supporter. So they published this article like calling Toilet Girl a Donald Trump supporter, and she was like so mad. She's like, I'm not a Trump supporter. When did I say I'm a Trump supporter? It's just like so funny. But yeah, okay. Top three things to do in quarantine. Watch my live stream. Read a book. Watch a movie. No, don't watch a movie. Movies, like, watching a movie, after you watch it, you feel depressed because you feel like, oh my god, like, where did time go? Well, watch a movie if it's with other people. I feel like but you can't really spend time with other people because you're in quarantine. Can you find, like, one person that you can be exposed to that you just do everything with? If you're with one person and you're both exposed to the same things, it's like so much easier. Just like one person, like a partner, a boyfriend, a friend, a roommate, a work person that you work with, I don't know, like that you just try and like don't do a lot of things other than just be with that person, do things with that person. It's really hard if you're single, like if you're single and you don't have that sort of setup. Hey, Mr. Fabio, greetings from Peru. Greetings. I already miss Peru. And it's really good that there don't have a lot of coronavirus cases. But I cannot imagine what it would be like if they did. Doug says, Mr. Fabio, tell Pardes her friends will be okay. Someone is saying read the Bible. Someone says Twitter. Doug says in Peru, drink, ayahuasca, sleep, orgies. Doug didn't say orgies. Felix says, I find it sad that traveling youngsters feel like they have to go halfway around the world to find themselves when they haven't seen the sights of their home country. I want to learn I want to start to write music. I mean, I've written a little bit of my own music, but it wasn't really like new music. By writing, I mean like piano pieces, but it wasn't really like original. It wasn't completely new. It was like adaptations of already existing music. So I want to like write my really like my own new music. That would be really cool. So I want to do that. All right. Yeah. Someone is saying that single people can just get online. There's FaceTime, online video games with others. Yeah. It just gets boring after a while, you know? Like you want to have like a regular thing, like a person that you're always hanging out with. That's why like that's why like on some level I'm kind of grateful for this quarantine, because it kind of gives me an excuse to like weed out everybody in my life that's not like a regular, because it gets tiring hanging out with so many like one and dones, you know? And I don't mean like a hookup, I mean just like relationships in general. Like seeing so many people, I don't think is so like seeing so many people and having a real relationship with none seem very healthy to me. And by real, I mean like that you're like very close and intimate with that person. So I just, yeah, in general, like regardless of quarantine, I think that that's the healthy way to do things, to do life, is to have small bubble of people that are like your people. All right. Reading books. Someone is asking what instrument I play. I play the piano. Learning Latin. I want to learn Portuguese. I want to learn Arabic. I learned a little bit Arabic when I was in Israel just for fun. I feel like it's really easy once you speak Hebrew, learning Arabic. And if you already, if you can read the language, read and write, helps. Okay. And Portuguese just sounds cool. Sounds cool. All right. Okay, that's it, everybody. This guy that I'm talking about that's stuck in Peru, at Leo DCNARDO, at LEODCNARDO, and then his friend, currently in Urubamba. Okay. And then his friend is at at THE_NMAN. So at THE_ N as Nancy, M as Mary, A as an apple, N as Nancy. Those are the people stuck in Peru. Feel free to reach out to them and offer them your words of support and moral support. And if you somehow know a way they can get out of there and come back home to the US, let them know. If not, you have advice you think might be helpful, tell them what it is. I'm gonna go now. We'll see you all tomorrow. It was really nice. Really nice having this conversation. And alright, see you all tomorrow. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like this video. If you are on Periscope, go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel because you'll see this there. And see you all tomorrow. Bye.